Hey there guys, how's it going? So I'm here with a post-fight review for the Jack Flatley Harry Scarff fight that just took place on Channel 5. This was a pretty damn good card, and it's unfortunate that the original main event for this card, which was supposed to be Dilmagani taking on Fonseca, that fight got cancelled at the very last minute because Fonseca, unfortunately, apparently came down with an illness, and this was in the arena as the fight was still supposed to happen, so there was a bit of commotion on Channel 5. And yeah, this fight between Jack Flatley and Harry Scarff for the English light middleweight title got pushed up to the main event. It was originally going to be the chief support, and it was a pretty damn good fight. Minor upset, Harry Scarff defeats Jack Flatley by a close unanimous decision, winning it by a couple of rounds on all three cards. Very, very close fight, very competitive, but I felt that the right man won. Um, this was a fight that was. I always thought this fight was going to be interesting. I wasn't sure who was going to win, but I had a feeling that Scarff might pull it off because he's just one of these incredibly awkward fighters. He's trained by Clifton Mitchell, who I know is a very, very good trainer. Trained the likes of Dave Ryan, for example, has worked with Tyson Fury and stuff, and you could see that sort of awkward style in Harry Scarff with the way that he fights. One minute he's in orthodox, next minute he's in southpaw. He's very gives you a lot of weird angles, has a bit of a weird punching technique. He'll box on the outside and he'll flick the jab at you and then he'll throw a shot over the top. And, he's quite rough on the inside too, which I didn't really like. I thought the referee had a bad night. I mean, Harry Scoff did a lot of holding and a lot of fouling on the inside. There was quite a few low blows from him. He was pushing his forearm and using his elbows, and it was just a very ungamely performance from him. But nonetheless, he definitely was the better fighter, and he closed the show very strongly, and he was just very impressive to me. I thought it was a very very good performance from him, other than the illegal tactics which I didn't like, but still I can't really take it away from the fight. It was a really good fight. I thought that Jack Flatley to me showed, quite poor stamina though. When in the last couple of rounds, he really needed a couple of big rounds to try and keep his title. But yeah, sadly for him, he just didn't have the energy. And yeah, this was a really, really good fight. It's at a low level, obviously, being an English title fight, but you never know. There are some big fights in that division. I believe you've got guys like Anthony Fowler, Scott Fitzgerald, Pigford, Cheeseman, weight division, who could be in some good fights with these guys. So yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a rematch too. I mean, it was a close enough fight and an entertaining enough fight to warrant a rematch, so I wouldn't mind seeing it. Also on the card, there was Charlie Schofield lost his fight to Ellison, and I wasn't surprised by that, but I did make Schofield the slight favourite going in, but that was a very close fight, and I was concerned going into the last round because Ellison had a point deducted, and I had him, I believe, leading the fight by 1 point after that point deduction happened, and I just thought, are we going to see the point deduction be, detrimental on the scorecards? But thankfully for him, he still got the decision by 1 point, so yeah, the point deduction didn't matter. And that was a good fight too, very close, very competitive, and it could have gone either way. But again, I thought the right man just did enough to get the win. And yeah, it's just disappointing. This was a good card, and it would have been even better if the Dilmagani fight had gone ahead, because I really do think that would have been a good fight. I mean, Fonseca had only two defeats, which were to Javante Davis and Tevin Farmer, who are of course world level fighters. So that would have been a good test for Dilmagani, but nonetheless, this was a decent enough fight. The Jack Flatley losing his title sucks for him, but he'll come back. He's still young. He's only 24, so yeah, we'll definitely see more from these guys in the future. This was a pretty fun card. I may stay up to watch the Sean Porter versus Errol Spence fight. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and God bless.